Hi everyone. In this video you may notice that I'm dancing in front of a giant statue with some weird plants behind me. Well, there's a reason for that. And it's the Expand World mod by Jere Kusula. This mod allows you to create your own biomes populated with your own items, trees, wildlife, and it's easy to get started, but difficult to master. So come on, friends, let's go. The way the land looks here, it's all crafted from the game's base algorithms for building their own biome land surfaces. Each biome has a very specific pattern that is programmed into the game's code, and you can select from any number of them and cross-match them any way you want to match them. Over there you see I have some sort of mountainy biome, but it's actually sunken in instead of built up, so like a reverse mountain. And I've made it snowy, though it doesn't have to be. So in any case, I've also populated the biome with these regenerating thistle. You can actually, anything that's plantable and pickable, you can actually turn into, I could actually make these, I could make these pine trees pickable if I really wanted to. But, you know, I'll pick this. I made the model be overgrown, like larger and, you know, distorted a little bit. That's a random set of variables that you can set pretty easily to do that kind of thing. These trees over here are from the, I think, Plant Everything mod. There we go. Can I not pick it up? There we go. Is it Long Palm? Or is it these guys? Nope. I think it's Long Palm. Yep. Yeah. I mean, really, I could have done any of these. Make these giant bonsais. And with, I can also just change the size on the fly here. So this would be a bonsai tree. Look at that. I mean, that's kind of weird. Hitbox is kind of messed up. These stones are also part of the kind of clutter generation. You know, I mean, I am kind of running around here, and it's certainly not optimized, so there's a loss of frames. I think I have my settings up pretty high. But same thing with the these idols. This is the it's actually really cool that it spawned on the coast. I have never seen one on the coast like this. This is part of the Clutter mod from Odin Plus. It's a really high definition statue, and so I was able to scale it up. It looks great, scaled up. Texture really stretches nicely. These spawn very rarely. You know, again, that's a variable that is changeable and adjustable. The whole mod is extremely flexible. This is just one biome that I've created. I have 4 as of right now in this ring. I guess the biome, the ring itself, the empty space is something that I also created, but I just made it an ocean. To get the actual world to maintain its shape and then add on to this was kind of tricky, because as you expand the world, no pun intended, but it wasn't intended, the numbers and the calculations increase in size by a certain magnitude, so you have to accommodate for that. And then, anyway, there's some tricky math. It wasn't that tricky. Let me just show you what the file actually looks like here. The base files are not the ones with new biomes. So there's the biomes, clutter, environments, events, locations, vegetation, and world. Each one obviously controls a different aspect of the world itself. In biomes, you basically have the base biomes. Base biomes are, you know, listed here at the top. Here are the environments that can occur while in the biome. Anyway, the map color is the literal map color, and that can be adjusted as well. All of these were chosen, I think. I think the Mistlands now is whatever. But so this is my biome there, and then I'm gonna go over here and I will show you what this looks like. This is more unfinished because I started this before the Mistlands update, and now it's using the Mistlands generation formula. Unfortunately, there's no Mistlands like rocks and stuff. I do have the ability to place them though. I was just messing around with this earlier. So, you know, this is the scale down. This is one of those big rock jobbies, and I can scale it up, you know, and then inside biome placement for like environments would be the one file that we would be looking for, or not environment, vegetation. All right, let's look at the main one. So this is the standard vegetation generation for the entire world as is. There's a lot of entries. A lot of entries. You can always search for something. If you're searching for a rock, I don't know. There's plenty of rocks, and you can just go through and find which rock. If you have Infinity Hammer, which should be essential for anyone who's doing this type of thing. If you're not using it, you should be using it. It's one of the best tools for, you know, in-game asset placement. That's not as interesting as some of the other ones, so let's go take a look at this one. Okay, so in this world, I've used some of the bigger tree placements from one of the other mods to populate it with a bunch of giant trees, maple trees. Let's see, is this the center? No, that's just kind of a weird little lake that spawned in there. Oh, okay, and so this is using the new Mistlands texture. I think I had selected it. Maybe it looked something different, but basically I have, in the center of these islands, I've generated, instead of like really tall mountains, you know, this weird, looks completely different. Oh, and here's my, there's that thing that I made a video about. Yeah, so this is all generated from these files. So let's take a look at the files. Well, there's also another mod that you need. I forget which placement tool. Very nice, Cookie. Oh, I see you. I see you. Look at this. Very nice, very nice. Let's see if I can remember the remove drops button. It was L? Yeah, L. Haha. Here it has the biome that it's in. So this birch tree is in the testing 2 biome. For example, these are the 2 trees that you see spawning behind you. There is a lot of documentation about this mod online. Okay, yeah. So link in the description, but here is all of the expand world information that I am telling you right now in precise detail that I read and learned, and you can too. But just to give you an example about vegetation, here are all the vegetation options that you can put in to the vegetation thing. So if you want the maple, giant maple tree, I think it's this red one, to spawn a minimum amount of groups and a maximum amount of groups. In those groups, you know, there's a certain number in the groups. So group size min, group size max, the amount to be placed at the same time. So if you want between, what is it, 12 and 13 groups, the group size of 2 and 4. So here's that's what you use to define it, is your group radius. Group radius is 100. So 100 meters. There's only between 12 and 13, but that's a lot, you know. These, I made them big, because if you look, there's a scale min, scale max. So the scale is random between these 2 numbers each way, which means that they're always going to be big, but they're never going to be, like, you know, gigantically big. Well, they're already gigantically big. In any case, and then for so that's vegetation, and then we'll do another video about some of the other features that are pretty self-explanatory. Again, if you read this documentation, he did such a good job of detailing all of the functions. It should win a major award. Oh yeah, and there's one more thing I wanted to show you guys before I left. So this is a TV, and this is a TV in Valheim, playing Valheim. How did I do this? Well, you'll just have to tune in to the next video to find out. If you like this video and you want to learn more about the Expand World mod, let me know in the comments and I'll make another video. Peace!